Faith is often misunderstood as a blind belief which kills all initiative, all progress, all growth. And yet, we all know of the faith that unfolds, expands, and magically transforms an ordinary individual into a mighty hero, an unbelievable genius. Thus, there seems to be two kinds of faiths: the faith that curbs, curls, crushes, and corrodes; also the faith that revives, revitalizes, revolutionizes, and rebuilds. The former is the negative, and the latter the positive faith. Men of positive faith alone come to achieve and serve the best. We must cultivate the right type of true faith. Faith is not a blind and unintelligent belief. It is not an unquestioned obedience to a truth which is not understood. It does not certainly build walls around ideas, forbidding us to discuss and grasp them. Nor does faith stop us from experimenting with and coming to know them. Faith should serve us to move nearer the greater knowledge. Faith must unlock the treasures hidden in the immortal scriptures. And truly, it always does. It always does. Only in the haste of life, in the hurry of duties, true seekers become less and less, and the priest class too get indifferent, sluggish, and even incompetent. At such eras of history, we find the idle priests insisting that blind belief in what they say is faith. The one who questions with an honest intention of knowing and understanding is condemned as an irredeemable skeptic or a low blasphemer. Naturally, intelligent people move away from the priest class and learn to grow through their own independent thoughts, which have a pernicious logic of their own. When not helped to walk the righteous path and thus reach the haven of spirituality, intelligent men wander into a maze of self-discovered half-truths, arrived at through self-manipulated logic. When they find that these false conclusions are not confirmed in their own experiences, they turn skeptic. Thus the priest class, in their general decay and the consequent abject incompetency, have brought unconsciously a great amount of confusions, hesitations, doubts, and despairs into the minds of the intelligent. Yet, the thinking people realize that faith is vital in all great undertakings. As a master key, it can unlock all the secret chambers within and help us to bring out all our sleeping potentialities and dormant powers. Faith accomplishes mighty plans, earns success, transforms death itself into life. What then is faith? It ever eludes our understanding, though its presence is felt, its charm is known, and its powers are experienced. A great thinker has defined faith very exhaustively. Belief in something that I don't know, so that I may come to know what I believe in, is true faith. From the known to the unknown is the direction in which intellect should move in all conquests of knowledge. If we already know a thing, it can no more be unknown, and the unknown is the theme of our pursuit. Therefore, as seekers, we must gather as many collateral arguments and data to indicate the possibility of the unknown, the greater reality. And then we must reinforce this vague idea of a possible reality with the endless declarations of the men of realization found in all the scriptures of the world. Yet, an honest intellect will not accept it totally until it becomes a subjective experience. These investigations and reflections, discussions and studies can only give us a vague sense of a probability, but not a conviction or an experience. To pour forth our efforts in the pursuit of this understanding, so that we may come to experience it, we need a lot of the secret energy flowing in the deeper recesses of ourselves. We have to apprehend these chambers of power and strength, and we must tap them for our progress. This calls for an inordinate courage, consistency of purpose, subtle industry, and much reorganization in the within. The enthusiasm must be steady, the heroism constant, the hunger large, the impatience with the present deep. It is here that faith is needed. Faith both in ourselves and in the goal of our spiritual pursuit. This faith gives us the necessary staying power to maintain ourselves on the path and reach the highest spiritual life. The discipline may exhaust the new initiate. The spiritual life may prove to him too much of a bother, sapless, dry, and monotonous. At such moments, our faith in the essential goal eternal alone can help keep our spirits up. In a determined seeker, this can only be a passing mood of false exhaustion. Soon the thick darkness of despair and impatience shall roll away in the rewarding light of peace and in the inspiring sense of fulfillment. But it is indeed the darkness before the dawn, and the only power that has sufficient persuasiveness to hold the seeker on to his path is his faith in the ultimate goal. Faith illumines the path and dissipates all shadows and suspicions. In the face of all doubts and difficulties, it is only faith in our own heart that can sustain us in our efforts. Faith alone can give the joyous assurance of success, even though everything around and about us look dark and dreary. Hold on to faith. We must. In this connection, I am reminded of the words of a great philosopher. He says, we must walk consciously only part of the way towards our goal, and then leap in the dark to our success. When the finite man stretches out his tiny hands to reach the infinite, when the imperfect strives to attain perfection, when the mortal seeks the immortal, certainly there must be a point up to which we can consciously and deliberately move through intelligent and wide-eyed self-effort. But a time must come when we must take the leap. We must sincerely cultivate strong faith, not blind faith. Faith becomes blind when it is not reinforced with understanding. Such flimsy faith cannot impart strength or courage. Let us regularly read the scriptures. Let us reflect upon its deeper suggestions. Discuss it with others. This process deepens our vision. Let us digest and assimilate these creative ideas to form the essential part of our thinking system. Such a dynamic bosom will have the right type of faith, which nothing can ever shake. Such a faith in ourselves and in our goal we must seek and cultivate. We must.